Greetings, Rajee Narinesingh here. I'm a transgender activist, author, and actress. Now, I've heard of people of color passing for white, and I've heard of Jewish people even passing for something other than Jewish. But, honey, this is the first. A Caucasian woman here in America passing as African American. Yes, you heard me right. Recently, a story broke about a lady named Rachel Dolezal, who was the NAACP Spokane, Washington's chapter president. She has been passing for African American. She actually resigned today from her position because of the story coming out and all of the controversy behind it. It's just interesting when you look at her picture, current day picture, you really think that, hey, she's probably mixed race, biracial, maybe one parent might be black. But then when you see her before picture, you really start to pick it apart. You're like, okay, the darker makeup, maybe some weave or some wigs that she's adding to her hair, and you really start to pick it apart. Besides that, they interviewed her parents, who are very white, and they're saying that she's been doing this for a number of years. People are actually comparing her story to transgender people. And I guess what they mean is that we say that we feel like the other gender, and that's the way it is, and we want people to honor that and respect it. But I don't know if it's really the same. There are scientific studies about transgenderism, and it shows that in the wound, the fetus develops as actually, the brain of the fetus develops as one gender, and the body develops as the other. So basically, you have a baby that's born with the brain of one gender and the body of the other gender. So they're not matching. This transgender thing is real. Now, I guess people would argue and say, well, if someone says they feel a certain way, then, it is what it is, and that's what we're supposed to accept and respect. But I don't know. I think there's a lot that's going into that whole thing with Rachel Dolezal and her claiming to be African American. My main take on it is that she's probably so passionate about African American culture and the plight of African Americans that she's actually wanting to be a part of the race. And I know here in the LGBT community, we have people in our community that are not LGBT. But they're working in the community, they're advocating for the community. And so basically, she could probably have done the same work that she's done and not claim that she's black, just advocate for African American rights and issues and that sort of thing. But I don't know. It's kind of a really bizarre story, and it's getting a lot of media. So I definitely had to speak about it. I think that in reality, there's really one race, and that's the human race, honey. We're all human beings despite our differences, and I think that we all need to remember that, So maybe her intentions are good, and hopefully things will work out for her. But before I go, I have a confession to make. I'm actually a gorilla passing as human. Love, peace, and blessings, people. Bye.